Does anybody know what is special about this particular TV? Is there anything special about a Bosch D-LED 32165 HD? It's coming with 3 blinks. I've no idea what 3 blinks. I've never seen 3 blinks on an old Vestel. It seems to be very strange. And the reason why I want to know if there's anything special about it, it's not a smart TV, and the TV is what? 10 years old. 10 years old. This is obviously some sort of EEPROM error on the main board. I'm guessing anyway. It's always nice to guess. So it's got firmware issues, but the main boards for this are extortionate. Close to £60, and that's with trade discount. How can a 10-year-old TV warrant a part being so expensive? You know, by the time I've stuck on my pint of Horlicks on the top, it's not an economical repair. But I hate throwing TVs away that can be repaired. So I've talked about this before, and I think I've done a video on this before. So again, I do apologise about my repetitiveness. I've managed to find a board from another set on eBay. Possibly may have had one in myself in stock. I'm just not going up to the lockup much at the moment. I'm happy in my cosy little workshop with my cosy little routine. There's no power up at the main unit. There's a problem with power, so having to go up there with flashlights and LED torches, it's a bit grim. But I managed to find a board on eBay for, I think it was £6. But of course it's not from this set, but it is from this screen. And everything that I would have checked, in fact, they've even got the screen label on this, so we can just double check, just to see if I have made some sort of huge cock up here. So this is a Bosch TV, but I think we're turning it into a JVC TV. So let's first of all, oh, I did check that out, okay. Let's put the board side by side. The one in red is the one that's going in. They should be, well, I can see one difference which ain't going to make any difference to us. And the one difference I can see is the board I'm sticking in comes with a socket for a DVD player. But everything else, including the number of the chip, is the same. Well, almost the same. The bottom bit seems to be different. 2 HDMIs, SCART, aerial socket, PC port, RCAs, and that. And it is from the same screen. So let's just have a look at the screen on this. This is a VES 315 WNDL 01. And the board I'm putting in is from a VES 315 WNDL 01. So the 23 number is going to be different, and that is normally your first port of call. If you want to replace like for like, I should have gone 231, well I did do 231, what is it, 649, 248 or 428, something like that, anyway. And the boards came up at £60. So there's no reason why this board shouldn't get this TV up and running for less than £10. But of course I've been wrong before. But it's from the same screen. So what do you reckon my chances are? Let's swap them over and see. Some of these Vestels do take some fettling to get everything back together again. Anyway, that'll do for now. Let's see if this actually gives us a picture. I have to bear with, the phone's going. Right. Plug in. Well, that's a different flash anyway, isn't it? That's a different. Oh, and I've got backlights. Oh, did I put the I don't remember putting the LVDS cable in. Did I stick? Oh, well, it switched itself on, off and on again, but that could be because of the cable. I don't think I did that. What an idiot. What an idiot. What do you reckon? Even though that shouldn't have made the TV turn off. Right. I'm not going to bother about sound and stuff for now. Let's just see if we get a response Get some sort of image on screen. Try again. Interesting, still no picture. Well, obviously it's plugged in that end, but it ain't plugged in this end, as you can see. So let's now plug it in that end. Now I'm going to plug the speakers in now. It should work, it is for this screen. But with that board being disconnected, with the screen being disconnected, that just should mean we get backlights and it shouldn't switch itself off. But hey, this is an older model, so who knows of the inner workings of the old Vestel. But hopefully we'll get some sort of picture now and it'll stay on rather than... Here we go, well that's something. Let's see if it stays on. No. Well, it looks like that board is faulty also. There's no reason now why this TV shouldn't stay on. But it won't. I'm just testing some voltages. It's quite surprising that we've got a steady 24 volts, but when it shuts off, look, it goes to 29. So 24 volts. Then the power supply shoots off. But my 12 volts is what I'm looking for, which is power from the power supply to the main board, is there. There's my 12 volts, and when the TV goes off, which it just did, that stays. So that tells me, well, we know the power supply is okay anyway. But it tells me that this main board is also dud. It's got an issue on it somewhere. So we were right in principle, or we'd got the right idea, but the principle of buying a cheap board still hasn't really worked. But I did buy this board from eBay, so I will send it back. Okay, just to prove that that main board is faulty, I've just swapped power supplies over just to test, and the power supply didn't make a single bit of difference. So it's not a faulty power supply. But I then found a main board which is not for the screen, but I know would turn the TV on, and what I'm looking for is for the TV to stay on. So I'll just dim the lights, take it out of standby. Did I plug the backlights in? No, let me plug the backlights in, because that's not going to change anything, and it will prove the TV is coming on and the backlights aren't going off again. So we'll do this in darkness. Stand by again. There we go. You can see the backlight's coming on. The standby light goes out. And the backlights are staying on. Whereas that replacement mainboard from eBay is also faulty. Because you've got to be careful, because obviously you are replacing a mainboard that is not exactly the same. It is for the screen. So there's always going to be that doubt in the back of your mind saying, oh, maybe this may be something else. But it isn't. On this occasion, it's definitely that mainboard replacement which is faulty, because the backlights, as you can tell, are still on. Just in case you're worried or wondering, well, you've got a mainboard that stays on, why don't you get that working? Well, it's not for the screen. Now, you've got to be careful, because if you plug the screen in to a screen that's not meant to be, you can cause problems. But as this one has the same connection, it won't be. The picture will probably be upside down, or it possibly will be garbled, but just to show you. Oh, stand by. I mean, it'd be great if this mainboard fixed it, because this mainboard is quite a recent smart Wi-Fi Alexa type TV. And you can see a garbled message at the bottom. You're seeing it the right way round, but don't forget the TV is upside down. You may even get the garbled no signal message in a moment. Yes, there it is. And obviously you're seeing that the right way, but don't forget, if you look at the Bush logo on top of the TV is upside down. So that proves that the supplier of the main board needs to give me some money back. That's a shame, because that would have worked. But of course, what I can do, we know really that this main board, even though this one is faulty, this one should be cheaper than the original one. It's got all the correct fittings. It'll do everything the old one can't do. So if I now type in this number, this 23 number to eBay, it should bring up some more of these. Well, let's do it. Let's have a look at that. Hang on a second. Calm down. Okay, so this is the faulty board that worked for a bit. Well, it switches on and off. Recycles, as we say in the trade. What's that 23 number? 23127069. Let's type that into eBay, see what comes up. 23127059. One of them, 20 quid. Ridiculous price for an old board. But it is the same board. For this old TV, you know, I'm going to be looking at 10 quid tops.